November evening for that. Well, the new month is about upon us, but will it change the weather? Well, probably not. October has come out officially very warm with varied rainfall. Of course, there's been flooding in some places, some very high totals, 4 inches or so of rain falling, but the southeast of England barely come up to average. Extreme events. And from space, you wouldn't necessarily gather what's going on. It's a bit of a messy picture, lots of curls of cloud, but actually it can be simplified as a big area of low pressure sitting out there in the Atlantic. The isobars are tight, hence the strength of the wind. There's fronts in the system, and of course direction north-south. The wind's coming up from the south. Will that change? Well, I hinted it wouldn't necessarily. Mild, windy and wet for the next several days. I think November might bring a change, but we'll wait till the end of the week. For this afternoon, same story. Southerly breeze, rain currently through the middle of England up to central Scotland, moving eastwards to be there in the evening. Temperatures up in the high teens, despite the fact there's a noticeable breeze out there. Now, the breeze, or even the wind I should say, has been a noticeable feature for many days this month. Tonight's no exception. The Irish Sea coasts, with showers running through, will see gusts up to 70 miles an hour, I think particularly across Wales, so for that's 6 hours of the evening if you like. But otherwise the weather's quite quiet, breezy, but the rain largely disappears, the showers go. Although before dawn the southeast of England will see the rain coming back, and it might come back quite a long way, and Northern Ireland will see the showers coming in. Not a particularly chilly night, but a bit colder maybe than the last few. Now Monday then, a wet start in the east and in the west, dry in between, but clearly everything's moving from the south. In other words, the wind is still at southerly. It's still a mild day, fairly cloudy day admittedly, but wet for only a few. Our temperatures round off at 14 to 16, maybe somebody will get 17. We're so used to this by now. Beyond that, well, actually we say goodbye to this low, the one that's been dominant for 2 days, and then briefly this thing here, this kink, this is a ridge of high pressure, quiet weather coming up from the south for late Tuesday. So although Tuesday itself will be a fairly windy and showery day in Scotland, as pressure rises over England and Wales and even Northern Ireland, it'll be not so bad. A little cooler maybe, but the rain is waiting to come in, obviously. It'll do that over Tuesday night and Wednesday. But that's only the extreme south. As the ridge travels over Scotland in particular, that could be the coldest night this week, the only one that even feels vaguely like autumn. In other words, 3 degrees. That allows a bit of a frost inland. For most of us, clearly not. And you know the story for Wednesday anyway. Do you not? It's going to be a wet one, with rain coming up around that depression, fairly strong winds. You know, it's a write-off day, except for Scotland where it starts cold and the sun comes out. But the temperatures, even the rain, are 16 or 17. As yet, we've not changed the weather pattern at all. We've got to Wednesday. Thursday, we'll see the low finally go eastwards, and beyond that, hey, no more low. Big anticyclone, wind direction, follow the lines there which are close together and northwesterly. So by the end of Thursday, which in itself will be a pretty dismal day, it should be getting a little chillier, 13 degrees with a northwesterly breeze. Doesn't look spectacular, I have to agree. And Friday itself, though a fairly quiet day, maybe a bit breezy in Scotland, isn't especially cold at 13 or 14 degrees. So the breeze will make it feel that way. However, beyond Friday, it's entirely possible that the pressure does remain high and things do get properly cold at last.